All right. With that down, let's get on to this, Jeff. Another title that apparently is in development over at Ubisoft. Okay. Okay. So number one, we got Assassin's Creed Shadows just comes out. You have this Black Flag remake that is apparently in the works. Hexe, which is this horror Assassin's Creed title. Then you got the multiplayer that is going to be separate based off of inspired by the black box missions in Unity, an arena multiplayer. And now we get this code. I don't even know if it's a code, but they're calling it Jade. And what Jade is, Jeff, is it's essentially Assassin's Creed Odyssey set in China on your phone, made by, or they're partnering with Tencent. So apparently this is their mobile game in Assassin's Creed, which I thought they already did they already do a mobile Assassin's Creed? I thought they did.
I vaguely remember seeing an Assassin's Creed like game in the App Store one day, but I don't remember anything about it because I didn't care about it.
Yeah, that
is okay.
Wild.
I guess that's very out there. I'll give props again for trying something different. I don't think going into mobile is a good idea. Unless like you can hook up your main game to the mobile game. I don't think it's gonna work. I'll be honest. The name sounds cool. Assassin's Creed Jade or Project Jade or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's a good idea. Just don't waste it on a mobile game.
You know, the more I've thought about it, Jeff, the more I feel that Ubisoft has, and I've actually thought this way for a while with the way that the brains at Ubisoft are thinking. They keep looking over across the way to what Activision is doing with Call of Duty. They copied Call of Duty by let's release a new Assassin's Creed every year.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Right. And so they're trying to copy this formula. And then Call of Duty or Activision says, whatever it was, couple years ago, they're like, we're doing COD Mobile. And COD Mobile is massive.
I can see that because even like with the COD format can work on a mobile game.
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Yeah, and it's big. It's huge. They got
a lot of people like COD Mobile.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal. This feels like another attempt to like, okay, they've got this blueprint. Let's follow the blueprint instead of creating their own blueprint.
No, don't do it, Ubisoft. Don't do it.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work. Don't do it.
I just think like you got like when I hear like, okay, Tencent, all right. Can I get behind these guys? Sure. But I mean, it feels like so forced to me. Why are you forcing a mobile game? Hey, bro, is this thing fucking on? Hey, Ubisoft, why don't you guys
try something different, please?
Yeah, well, and they might say, oh, well, Jeff, this is different. No. Listen, guys, let me tell you what you need to do. Make a good, just make a really killer game and build off from there. Why don't all these teams, Jeff, I'm dead ass. Why don't all of them, instead of, because we're not even done. We're not even done talking about the shit that they've greenlit. Why don't all these teams work together? It's hey, Ubisoft Montreal,
get everybody in a hotel meeting room, like one of those massive ones with a stage on it, and just brainstorm something new.
Yeah, or get all these teams together and they each work on something separate for a Black Flag remake. Get all of the, get everybody on board. It's let's crush this game. Once they knock it out of the park, which I believe that they could if you have all hands on deck, then you move on to the next thing. But
they better not give the boats stamina.
Dude, bro, I'm just telling you, I just think that they've got
so fucking dumb. Giving sailboats stamina.
Bro.
Whose idea was that?
It was, dude, I don't know, bro. Somebody was, I don't know, man. They were on some shit.
I want the shit that they're smoking if they think that's a good idea.
Bro, Jeff, this entire episode, we're talking about this, we're diving deep into Assassin's Creed, and it's yo, okay, you have Assassin's Creed Shadows that did not do good. And maybe it's because, maybe, just maybe, are you spreading your shit too thin where you are just trying to cover so much ground instead of creating like an ecosystem of, instead of having 10 mid-tier teams, why don't you put together one God squad of a studio that can focus all resource and development on one game, make it incredible. And I think there's no better excuse than ever than to do it with Black Flag's remake. And then you go from there. Once the game releases, you have a couple of the teams that stick with Black Flag in terms of like making sure that there's no bugs, glitches, anything, there's any issues, they solve those. And you have a good majority of the team then moves on to the next thing. I think about like CD Projekt Red. You know, they've got most of their team working on The Witcher 4, right? You have a small team right now working on Cyberpunk Orion.
Yes.
Okay. So to me, it's like, well, with the success of Cyberpunk Orion, CD Projekt Red could be like, dude, let's spread our team completely. Let's mass hire.
And then mass fire once the game's done.
Yeah. And then let's do a Cyberpunk mobile game. Let's do the Cyberpunk multiplayer that we were gonna do. And then this team over here is gonna do a Cyberpunk horror game. And then The Witcher, let's do a Witcher 4 multiplayer. Like, bro, it's, to me, it's asinine, it's asinine. It's like, bro,
it just doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense, dude. Like,
the thing is with mobile games especially is like there are certain games that can thrive on mobile. Like Minecraft is a prime example. Minecraft can thrive on mobile. Same thing with Call of Duty. It has like the workings of where the mechanics work on mobile. Like it works. But for the love of God, like there's not, and this has been pissing me off too. I've been noticing in the Xbox store, there's been mobile like games in the fucking store.
Wait, for Xbox?
For Xbox, I've been noticing like idle games or stuff like that. I'm like, why would I ever waste my precious gigabytes of space on a goddamn idle game on my Xbox? It just, why? I can totally see it being on Steam because like your computer's running, you got other games going, you can always be doing other stuff, but Xboxes just don't have the storage space. So just stop. I don't want to see it.
Well, that leads,
and they're not cheap either. They're like $7 to $10. I'm not spending $10 on that.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? It kind of like a little bit off topic here, but like it stems to a bigger issue that I've had this, and I don't think I've really relayed this to you, but I have a little bit of some concern with Xbox and PlayStation, but mainly Xbox because
they got some power moves playing.
Well, they've got some power moves, but here's the thing. They are making an aggressive approach to be like the Netflix of gaming. Now, the problem with that is it's like a two-edged sword because, okay, you want to be the Netflix, which you want to be the biggest, right? Of what you guys are doing, streaming games and
Unfortunately, they can't do that. Unfortunately, they can try. They can be Hulu. They can't be Netflix, though.
Yeah.
They can, because in my opinion, Steam will always be
Steam
Netflix.
will always be like king.
Steam has just had such like a wide, it has like a vastness, not to mention Steam's been around for a very long time.
Right.
It's just so big. There's so much on Steam. There's so much you can do on Steam. Not even like besides like the workshop. The workshop, I think, is the best thing that Steam has to offer. Not to mention they have their own private blogs that are each for each game that people want to talk about. They have each game has their own panel for people to talk about on. Not to mention the review system in Steam is the best in my opinion because it's from actual people who have actually played the game, and you can always see that because it will say underneath their star rating, hey, I've clocked in this many hours, so I know what I'm saying when I say, hey, I think this game is good, or hey, I think this game is bad. I think it has the best rating system overall because it's from gamers to gamers.
Yeah, I agree. What I'm concerned about is Xbox or PlayStation or whatever creating content for the sake of content because they want to put like they want to have just more shit on Xbox Game Pass, more shit on PlayStation Premium Plus. And where that concerns me is when you get into this mindset of
then Game Pass is just gonna become more expensive then.
Too much. What I'm saying though is like if you have like Netflix has a void of like so much content that it's like almost overwhelming to a point where it's like, wait,
you don't know what to watch.
What am I going to watch?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, it's like this like endless like pit, and then they end up taking a bunch of good shit off of the platform. And so where I'm just like, you know, we're starting to slowly but surely see these things materialize. Like it's not, we're not there quite yet, but I am a little bit concerned about the direction that Xbox and PlayStation in terms of like just the increase in prices for Game Pass and PlayStation Premium, and then the quality of the content that they're putting on.
If you want to make Game Pass a little bit more worth it, honestly, throw some movies in there. Because I know you can rent movies on Xbox. You can buy movies too on there too.
That'd be interesting.
I think that'd be a good idea. Like on Game Pass, it allows you to rent a movie, or better yet, allows you to, like, say they give you 3 movies a month, and then they cycle out another 3 movies. Honestly, I think that's a good idea because it makes Game Pass a little more worth it. Because I know a lot of people don't use Game Pass for the free games. Surprisingly, a lot of them just use it for the online feature because Gold is pretty much dead at this point.
Yeah, no, for sure, I'm with you. But once again, guys, you heard from Jeff and I. There's definitely concern around this Jade title being a mobile game. We feel that you need to focus on making just a really good game, and then you kind of take it one step at a time. Greenlighting all of these, separating your teams. I don't know. I think like there's definitely some excitement with some of these things that are greenlit. Some things are definitely concerning, but let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Assassin's Creed Jade, this mobile phone or this mobile game that is going to be worked on by Ubisoft as well as Tencent? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let us know your thoughts.